We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and I am here with the Miss Mika. And this is On Point with Van and Mika. Make sure y'all do me a favor and hit that like button. What's going on to all of my blues? What's up, Shu, Bash, Leisha Marie, and everybody else that appears? I just want to say, first and foremost, man, I am thankful for you all. Hopefully you're thankful for life itself. You gave God all praise, glory, and honor for his grace and for his mercy. And whenever you stop in front of one of them mirrors inside of your home, you show love to the person that you see on the other side, because this is a cold world, is a dark world. And a lot of times we are meaner to ourselves than the world is to us. And we need to cut that out. I don't know how old you are, but this should resonate with somebody. All right. Hopefully it reached one person. Today was a pretty interesting day. I spent it celebrating my wife in the ITF. That is the inauguration task force, the people that threw the inauguration for Trump, for President Trump, the 60th inauguration for President Trump. And I got some more goodies coming for you guys as well. I got another giveaway that I plan on doing in probably, I will say, next week. But other than that, we are here to talk about some things that will get Mika going. We already know how she get when we're talking about certain people. As you can clearly see, one of those people are inside of the title. That is the Jasmine Crockett. And yeah, Jasmine Crockett has went in on Elon Musk. Jasmine Crockett has went in on Ted Cruz. And Jasmine Crockett has misspoke about a couple of things.
There you go. There you go. Provide and cover. There you go.
Listen, I'm just she misspoke about a couple of things, and we're here to clear it up for her. We're here to correct some things for her.
She a knucklehead.
I mean, well, she needs to be corrected, and she needs somebody with a clear head to be like, yo, you got that wrong. So, you know, maybe you meant to say this. Thank you so much, LTC. I appreciate that. All right. So, yeah, just a couple of things. All right, guys. So hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell as well, just in case some of y'all were disconnected by the YouTube gods that be disconnecting y'all from my my algorithm. All right. Let's go and jump into it. Mika, you got anything for the people before we get started?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
De nada. All right, so this video right here in Mañana, this video right here comes from it's part of Jasmine Crockett going in on Elon Musk. We're gonna play this first, and then we're gonna have a little discussion about some other things that she said as well. Make sure you hit that like button, gang.
Tesla stock is way down, almost disastrously so. People have been vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles. Please don't vandalize. Don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so
they're taking to the streets or the parking lots.
Tonight, the FBI and ATF now investigating multiple cases of possible arson targeting Teslas and Cybertrucks.
And if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, you know, and take out, just telling you.
The same suspect shot more Teslas with a gun. Tesla Cybertrucks were set on fire in Kansas City, and earlier this month, shots fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon.
Wow, you guys like petty acts of domestic terrorism, huh?
So just to be clear, you protest a private company, you are labeled by this administration a domestic terrorist.
I mean, is it okay for an American company to just be hated, for people to want it to not do well?
It's on March 29th. It's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
All right. So that's one of the videos. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Cool y'all heels. Was the dude about to wipe some doo-doo?
It just goes to show you that liberals are disgusting human beings.
They are disgusting. They was hog spitting, and the dude went and put his fingers in his.
And then he's gonna go eat a sandwich. That's somebody's man.
That's somebody's man. That's somebody's hubby. That's somebody's bae. Somebody call him bae. So as y'all clearly saw, Jasmine Crockett said that, you know, if somebody can do something, she wasn't Pacific with that's something that she wanted done to Elon. Specific. Don't correct me. I know you.
I did not
but
say
you wanted
anything.
To. You wanted to though. You wanted to.
I said nothing.
You wanted to correct me so bad. I could see it in your face. You just one of the people that you want to correct people. But so she said this about Elon Musk. And then before I play what Pam Bondi has to say about that, I want to show y'all what she also said about Ted Cruz. So check this out, gang.
So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys.
This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. Hold on one second. This is the wrong one. All right. This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. This is the wrong. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. All right. Never mind. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Because I have the Ted Cruz one. And I don't know where I put it.
I think that was the Ted Cruz one.
Was that the Ted Cruz one?
Yeah, I think the one in the yellow is the Ted Cruz one.
The one in the yellow?
Yeah, I think that one is.
Okay, that's the one. Okay,
Yeah.
This is the one for Ted Cruz. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So this is her going in on Ted Cruz.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. You know, I think and I love Colin. And I think towards the end, he started to punch a little harder. But, like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him, like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
All right. So she really is getting real extra hood for no apparent reason whatsoever. She's saying some of the most ignorant sugar honey iced tea. And she realizes, I'm sure she completely understands how irresponsible she is, because she know how remedial her followers and supporters are. And all she has to do is give.
Look at you.
I'm just saying, she knows all she has to do is give marching orders. And thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that. Y'all are so nice. All she has to do is give marching orders indirectly, so she's not held accountable for saying it. So if something happens to Elon Musk or something happens to Ted Cruz, she can say, well, I didn't tell them to go do that. All right. So here is Pam Bondi putting her foot in her back pockets, just letting her know what's not going to happen. And then we're going to go to Jasmine Crockett responding to Pam Bondi, and then we'll have Miss Mika tear her apart.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. Yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully, because nothing will happen to Elon Musk. And we're going to fight to protect all of all of the Tesla owners throughout this country, and it's just basic safety. Once again, domestic terrorism is going to come to a stop in our country. Now you have this Congresswoman.
All right. So Pam Bondi is letting her know what's about to happen. She's also saying she's willing to protect other Tesla owners and whatnot. But we pretty much get the gist of what Pam Bondi is saying. She's saying you don't want this fight, and you also need to understand how that you are an elected official, and you're responsible for a lot more than what's coming out of that raggedy mouth of yours. So here is, of course, y'all call her hood rat, y'all call her many things, but here she is showing that she is that, because she's not accepting responsibility whatsoever. Here we go.
So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
When Pam Bondi, though, says, tread carefully, what does that even mean?
Yeah. All it means is that she's attempting to get me to say, oh, I'm going to be scared and I'm just not going to say anything, because they are willing to literally break the law. I mean, that's what we've seen them do. They are ignoring court orders. They are ignoring what our own laws are. When we look at things such as impoundment, things like that, this entire administration is rogue. And this isn't about partisanship. I keep trying to tell people that we are living in the time of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And right now, when we are looking at the black letter of the law and they are deciding, I'm just going to ignore it, then they are wrong. That is clear as day. And right now, they are going after anyone who decides that they will challenge them, whether it's the judges that are sitting on the benches, whether it is lawyers that have decided that they were going to represent their clients to the best of their ability, and most of them won against Trump and his administration. Basically, they are trying to get rid of all voices of dissent.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why? First of all, the only thing that's wrong with this entire situation is that nobody is telling her that she has gel on the side of her head. I'm tired of this woman sitting in the camera and telling us that we don't know what we're talking about, that we don't know what we're seeing, that we don't know the law, that we're not hearing what we are hearing from this woman. Like it's so annoying that, like, it irks my soul, right? And then she goes on to say that Pam Bondi is trying to, like, intimidate her. Nobody's trying to intimidate her at all. The woman literally said something about someone else and then tried to backtrack from it, because they had no problem with attaching that to Donald Trump during January 6th. But now that it's her, it's they're trying to come after me. They're trying, like, I'm so annoyed with this woman.
I want to also add that, I mean, because, okay, clearly she's not taking any responsibility whatsoever, and she's trying to play the victim. She want to act as if, here we go again, one of Trump's cronies doing his dirty work, trying to play outside, color outside the lines again, do some illegal sugar honey iced tea. And what she don't realize is that she's doing the exact same thing that Maxine Waters did time and time again, when she ignited people saying, we need to go out there and we need to fight.
When she allowed people, when she incited people to go and get in people like Sarah Huckabee's face. Okay. Because let's be clear, if these were, white MAGA people, because apparently, black people can't be MAGA according to Don Limon. So if these were white MAGA people, spitting on cars, burning things. They'll be talking about this is the 60s all over again. Oh my God, it's like the KKK. They're like everywhere. They're like burning stuff. But let's be clear. The people that were burning stuff then were the Democrats, and the people that are burning stuff now are the Democrats. Okay? The same white liberals then are burning stuff now. Like they're outrageous. Like they're nuts. On top of that, this is domestic terrorism. When you go to places that have absolutely nothing to do with politics, that's domestic terrorism. So
I
that's
agree.
what she's inciting. And then you're on a call as a public official, unfortunately, but she's one. You're on a call talking about Tesla takedown. You already know you talk to a bunch of bat people. So you know what you're inciting. Like That woman
You can say batshit crazy.
No, because then it's gonna lead me into other things I want to say about her, and I'm trying my hardest. I'm so trying my hardest. But that woman she's nuts. She's absolutely ridiculous, and the thing about it is she's not intelligent at all. And she goes on and on and on to try to make points to make it seem like she's so intelligent when she doesn't even know her own talking points. You said she missed up, but she didn't. She constantly says the same talking points, and she's doing one or two things. She's either consciously misleading, her flock because she knows they're dumb. Like, let's just call it what it is. They're not remedial. Remedial means you just need
So
to take the
Pam
class
Bondi,
again.
if you haven't,
That's all. That's all that remedial means. You need to brush up. No, these people are dumb, and so is she. She just happened to take the LSAT like Kamala. The woman is dumb. Okay, what she's pushing right now, the Department of Education, all of that, she doesn't even know those talking points.
I try not to get so tied up with them being lawyers and educated and having degrees, but you're absolutely right. They have everything that they needed to have in order to get the job. But once they've gotten the job, it seems like they're doing nothing. They're not doing their jobs, and they don't seem to know what the hell they're talking about most times. People like myself are fooled, and I say like myself, not you, but people who are not well learned when it comes to politics, or I used to call myself a novice when it comes to politics, but and I am kind of sort of, but they can fool me when it comes to this stuff. So that's why it's necessary for people like you, Mika, to express to these people how unintelligent they really are, how calculated they are, how manipulative they are. Because when I see her speaking, she still sounds like she got the swag of someone that knows what she's talking about. Like everyone in the Democratic Party are looking to her to be the next big voice in the Democratic Party, and that tells me that they believe in her, and they also look at her as someone that's intelligent enough to move the party forward.
Well, that's because Democrats have always been good at entertainment. They've always they've always been good at performance. Okay, like they have performance down pat, which is the reason why all of Hollywood is over there. Okay, they're all performers, but they're not good at actual policies, which is the reason why Jasmine Crockett has been there 2 years and doesn't have not one bill that she sponsored.
Not one.
Not one.
What the hell is
Worst
she
record
doing
in
with the
Congress.
taxpayers' money? She's been paid to do a job. You mean to tell me that she's not doing
I
a
don't know
job?
what she's doing with the taxpayer money. It's definitely not her hair. So and those wigs can be up to like $800. So if you're not spending it there, I don't know what she's spending it on. But the woman definitely is a fraud. She's definitely a fraud. She definitely doesn't tell the people the truth. She doesn't have a keen understanding of the Constitution. It's just, when you think about it, the Democratic Party truly is a terrorist organization. Truly.
You was telling me that that Jasmine Crockett was talking about the Department of Education, and she was saying something that was misleading or just outright
No,
outright lies.
outright dumb. So Jasmine Crockett decided to go down to, for once, her hood down there in TX30. She decided to talk to CBS Texas. And when she talked to CBS Texas, she decided to tell them that the kids were going to starve. The kids were going to, not be able to get any funding because Donald Trump was closing the Department of Education. So I'll just play it, and then I'll just let the chat see what I'm talking about.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, gang. I told y'all we coming to have a good conversation today. Here we go. Oh, you got it? Okay.
I got it.
Bad. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Cool beans. Here we go. You can't make this stuff up. Watch.
I don't really see why or how they could agree to help the Republicans shut down the Department of Education. We're talking about starving children. So speaking of malnourishing anything, any child that is on the school lunch program, whether it's reduced or free lunch, that comes through the Department of Education.
So let me get this straight. You are smarter than all of MAGA.
I also took this as an opportunity to, again, flex on MAGA and let them know that I will always be smarter than you.
Yeah, she actually said that. However, you're smarter than all of MAGA, but you don't know that free school lunches actually come from the Department of Agriculture, not the Department of Education. TX30, vote her out. Do the right thing. And that's why I say I don't trust anything that woman says. The woman is a con woman. Free lunches come from the Department of Agriculture. It's under the USDA, not the Department of Education. The Department of Education has absolutely nothing to do with the food rolling out. And even if you didn't know that, all you had to do was just go to the website. It's sitting right there. That's why I put it there on my video. It says it's not going to be affected by Donald Trump's executive order. So again, she's one or two things. She's just dumb, or she's willfully doing this to her constituents to get them riled up.
I still got to go with B. I got to go with the latter. That's why I don't trust politicians. I think she's willfully manipulating her constituents so that she can get the job again. She's running again. Like she sees Sheldon Daniels, whoever his name is. She see him. And she also see people like yourself.
She does see him? You sure?
I think so. I think she know that.
I think she thinks she has all the backing, because they like to talk about the oligarchy, right? But the billionaire money is in the Democratic Party as well. Not only is AOC over there snitching on her party along with Colonel Sanders, all right? He's over there, she's over there telling about the billionaires in the Democratic Party. Joy Liz Reed just talked about it with Don Limon. How when she first started, she was a press secretary for George Soros, and George Soros put in $250 million to outseat George Bush. So again, the hypocrisy when they start talking about billionaires in elections.
Yeah.
They've always been on the Democratic side. Hell, Elon was on the Democratic side up until a year ago.
Wow.
Everybody. They've literally had everybody. I'm supposed to think Mark Cuban is a good billionaire? Since when? I mean, he destroyed Shark Tank. Come on. So,
I mean, but they got the side of Hollywood. They got all of the rich people on their side. They got all of the billionaires on. They know that though. They just didn't want Trump to have a level playing field. You know, Lisa Marie actually sent me this right here. Hold on one second. Lisa Marie sent me this right here. And she's pretty much saying the same thing that you said, but a little differently. You know this, do you know her?
Yeah, I know Michaela.
All right. So I'm not too familiar with Shawty. But watch what she says, and she sounds very a lot of what you just now said sounds like her. Hold on one second.
The dismantling of the Department of Education. Let me go ahead and break it down.
Come on, talk about it.
You got a whole bunch of people who think that these kids who don't get food at home will no longer get food at school because there is no DOE. First of all, it's the Department of Agriculture that handles the school meals. So there's still no child that's going to be left hungry. The next thing that I heard was that, oh my God, they're going to get rid of the Pell Grant and all of these other things so that HBCUs are going to suffer and kids who can't afford school aren't going to be able to go to school. Those instances, that subset of issues is going to be moved over to the Department of Treasury, and they're going to handle your new Pell Grants and your student aid and things like that. And then they'll say things like, oh my God, well, they're not going to fund disabilities or the IEP programs. That's being moved over to the Department of Health and Human Services. So if more Black people knew that, we wouldn't have this uproar about the DOE going. And then let me also tell y'all that the DOE only pays for
that. Thank you for touching on that.
Yeah, the DOE only pays for 10% of K through 12 schools. Like, it's only 10% of the funding. If you genuinely believe that your state cannot recover 10% of funds to get to the DOE, which they already, to give to the school system, which they already barely give money to, sweetheart, you are sadly mistaken. And at that point, that's when you have to look at your elected officials and see what are they voting on in these budgets. What are they asking for every fiscal year? Because now with Doge, we're seeing that we're paying millions of dollars to watch shrimp run on treadmills.
What does Jasmine like to say? Period. There you go. Like, I don't know if the left knows that people of color on the right are actually smart. Like, we didn't go to school and go to college for basket weaving degrees. We actually studied.
You know, that's how you sound when you on this show. Like, just going down all the facts, point for point for point for point.
Because it's ridiculous what they say. Like, when you look at it, like, as soon as I saw her say that, like, I didn't even get through the rest of the video. I immediately clipped that part, because you can't talk to me about the rest when the basis, the premise of your argument is flawed. Okay? I mean, you look at Maryland. All right. Walmart, Barack, he decided that, he was going to go talk to Jim Pataki.
Hakeem Jeffries is Walmart Barack.
Oh no, that's Governor Westmore. Hakeem Jeffries is Tamu.
Oh, okay, that's Tamu. Oh, my
bad. He decided that he was going to go talk to Jim Pataki, and she decided she was going to ask him about, the people that are getting fired in the state of Maryland from the Department of Education. What do you think about that? He couldn't say anything because he knew that the state of Maryland and their high taxes are what's funding everything in Maryland. So he couldn't even muster up a lie. And so when he started to talk to her, he tried to get around it, and she came back to it. And he had to tell her that, yes, it's true that the funding comes from the state, but we need help and this and that. The reason why he needs help is because he's in a deficit of $2 billion when the Republican governor left him $5 billion in surplus, because he decided not to spend money on stupid things. And what did Maryland go do? What did the 92% in Maryland go do? They not only voted Raskins back in, they voted also Book, okay, another bald-headed reasoning person, and then they voted in Westmore again. So it's just like, it's like the 92% is killing us. They're killing us because they're not voting the best interest of even themselves. The Democrats just want big government, and they already are taking property taxes. Property taxes are already illegal. And they just keep raising them, and the schools get absolutely no money. That is where the funding from the schools come from. It comes from your property taxes. So if you get rid of the Department of Education, they're not funneling any money there. So now the actual politicians in your state are going to have to answer to what are they doing with the money, because there's no more middleman.
You smart as hell, Mo. I'm learning. I should be taking notes myself. You're very, 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 very intelligent. Leo, thank you so much. Van, when will they stop? Thank you, Leo. Appreciate you. They won't ever stop. This is their hustle. This is their thing. This is how they maintain power, how they make their money, how they, secure their livelihood for generations to come.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And all they do is just make bigger and bigger and bigger government. Especially here in Maryland has to be one of the, like, if you want a case study, Maryland is your case study.
Speaking of case studies,
cases.
We have this lady by the name
Charlie.
of Cori Bush and her hubby, who her husband is in trouble right now. Apparently they've been juking the federal government out of money for a minute now, or a good minute now. You know what I mean? He's gotten a couple of $20,000 loans, 12,000. They said it's only 70,000 overall, but I think it's more. But I don't know if y'all are aware of this conversation right here, this topic, but please do me a favor. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. And also the link to On Point with Van and Mika YouTube channel is in the descriptions. Make sure that y'all click that and go subscribe. We've already started uploading videos over there. And I think we got like 60 subscribers. So
that's a good start.
Yeah. Shout out to all the subscribers over there. All right, here we go.
I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend 10 more dollars on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety.
The wealthy should pay.
What was that whole soliloquy about? Like,
what she was ranting and raving about was the fact that her husband was getting paid tax dollars to, quote unquote, be her security. And
Right.
this was the problem with the whole defund the police movement, because while they're telling you to defund the police and they take money from that, they have private security. Okay. And she's like, yeah, it can cost 1,000, 200,000. Yeah, it can, because it's not your money. It's the people's money. So she has no problem with spending it because it's not coming out of her own pocket. She has a job that's also paid by public trust, right? So at the end of the day, she doesn't care.
So my
And I don't
question.
know what she needs protection from. Nobody trying to get at her. Who is she?
All right, I got a question about this because she should also be facing charges.
She should be facing a lot.
I mean, she's
That
no
whole
longer.
squad.
Yeah, she's no longer a representative, but like, I don't think she. I think she lost her job, right? She lost her bid.
Yeah. She got outseated.
Yeah. So now that she's done all of these fraudulent charges or paid her husband for security, so to speak, the same way that Patrice Cullors, the one that was running Black Lives Matter, paid her little brother to head her security. and she paid him upwards of almost $900,000 to be the head of security for her in Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, because you can get through the loopholes, right? You can do a lot with those campaign finances. You can do a lot with public money through the loopholes. Okay, all I have to do is go pay a consulting firm. It doesn't matter who the consulting firm is ran by. If it's ran by my husband, which is a conflict of interest, doesn't matter. And so now those same dollars funnel right back to me. Her other friend did that. Omar.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Ilhan Omar?
Mm-hmm.
She's done a lot. She sent back billions to what was this? It wasn't Syria.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, she really do cape for them Somalian people. She goes in for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why she's upset about that US aid fund closing. Because those loopholes, it just has to be foreign. Okay.
And she also married her brother so he can get American citizenship. Well, that's the that's the nice way of looking at it, because it probably was a lot more, but I'm just gonna say she was doing it to get him some citizenship. All right. So apparently she also had a misspeak when it came to taxes.
This is definitely not a misspeak.
Wealthy should pay their fair share.
Yes, wealthy should pay their fair share.
What is a fair share? What percentage?
So you're saying that you're saying that they're paying their fair share is what you're saying.
No, I'm asking what percentage is a fair share?
Their fair share, the same, if a third of my money is going to taxes, then I think a third of their money should be going to taxes. Well, it does.
I'm trying to understand, because you realize the effective tax rate on the poor is less than it is on the rich, right?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not the poor. I'm very close to that line, but I'm not the poor.
Okay, so the effective tax rate on the middle class is less than it is on the rich, correct? What fair share would you like to change the tax rate to on the wealthiest, what percentage of Americans, so it's a fair share?
So let's say the wealthy 1% could pay, let's say if they paid, let's just give them 45%.
In my Kevin Samuels voice, you can make this up. You can't. You cannot. You absolutely can't. You just can't.
I promise you, this is why I would never run. That's like me running for office. She don't know what the hell she's doing. She don't know what she's talking about. She's not even trying.
He said, what he said? Oh, but they should. He said, but they do. But
she was trying to figure it out though.
When he said the poor, she was like, but I'm not poor. Ma'am, nobody said that you were poor. Well,
she said, but I'm not poor. No, but I pay a lot. I pay 30%.
Oh.
Here's my thing with this. And I don't understand why the Democrats continue to throw this idea out there as this will be the saving grace for our economy. For instance, Kamala Harris, when she was running for president, she kept saying opportunity zones. And when she was asked about this on what was it? Was it 60 minutes, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 60 minutes. She was asked about the opportunity zones, how she would help the economy, boost the economy with opportunity zones. And all she kept saying was the same exact thing that this lady is saying: tax the rich. They need to pay their fair share. Sound like Obama all over again. It would trickle down. They need to pay their fair share. Kamala, they need to pay their fair share. This lady right here, they need to pay their fair share. AOC, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, they're okay. So AOC, Bernie Sanders, Nancy Pelosi, Kamala, okay, Biden, all of them, they are rich.
Very.
Okay.
Very.
Decamillionaires, multimillionaires, some of them like Nancy, okay, who does insider trading is like 200 million.
Close
So,
to 300.
so,
Yeah. She's killing it.
so do you really think when they say tax the rich?
They're not talking about them.
No, just like Joe Biden lied to people, right? And when he said he was hiring all those IRS workers, oh, we're gonna hire them so they can go after the rich. No, 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 no. They're going after the middle class, and the dummies fall for it every time. Okay, I don't know a rich person that cares about a $600 cash app. All they do is fearmonger to the middle class and the poor. The poor and the middle class gives them the go ahead to actually break the laws of the Constitution because they need your permission to do so, just like they did with the Patriot Act. Okay, just like they did when Barack Obama took your money and decided to give it to the too big to fail banks. Okay, after they illegally did subprime lending, all that quantum easing stuff that doesn't make sense, letting them loan out more than 10 times what they have in the bank. But yet, you want them, you want us to believe they're going to tax the rich. It's another ploy, and every time the Democrats fall for it. Every time. So keep on with the, yeah, we're going to tax the rich. You haven't seen a rich person tax yet. And that's because they know the tax law. Now, the tax law is for everybody. It's not just the rich. It's for everybody. But the people in the middle and the poor people, they don't pay no taxes. The people in the middle don't care to actually read. So they know this, especially liberals. They know this. It's just another way to rile up the base, get you out there, vote, and you back at square one. I've never seen a rich Democrat.
Somebody just now said something I wanted to show you. And this isn't a super chat, but I thought this was worth noting. Put on your daggone glasses. You know you wear glasses. I don't know why you
Mind
over
your
there.
business. Mind your business.
You're just squinting. I can't even see your eyes like Jasmine Crockett.
That's fine. That's fine. At least they're not blocked by lashes. Go ahead.
Van, this is my very first time listening to this young lady. Highly intelligent. Keep her on.
Oh,
I think I will.
Thank you, Nancy.
I think I
appreciate it.
will. I think I will.
Somebody said I'm squinting like Biden. Long as I don't sniff hair like Biden, we all right.
You got it. Listen, I ain't even gonna say nothing about the babies. I ain't even gonna say nothing about the babies smelling good. All right. So now we got, and I'm about to play something from Karoline Leavitt because I thought it was extremely important to discuss something that she said. And also later on this evening, guys, I plan on going live again, and we're going to talk about the press conference that happened earlier today. What's going on, Modern Renaissance man? Dr. Ty, good seeing you, my brother. One of the smartest brothers I know on social media. That dude is a genius. My gracious. Thank y'all so much for all the love y'all are showing throughout the course of this live stream. I really appreciate it. Y'all are so dope. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. That would be extremely helpful. All right, so I'm not sure if y'all know who Malik Yoba is. Was he from 21 Jump Street or was he from New York Undercover?
New York Undercover.
New York Undercover.
Go
So
figure,
Malik
Undercover.
Yoba, this brother, he was accused of paying underage trans women for services back in the day. And here he is in a conversation with a gentleman about his mishaps, and I want y'all to see this before I show you the video of him trying to get other Black people and anybody who's not white to change their, what do you call it?
Identity.
Changing your identity from Black to non-white, because apparently the white people are holding us down so much that we need to completely separate from the whites. Not sure if y'all seen this before, but here we go.
Okay, so going on to, what do you say to trans Black women who say that you're centering yourself and that you're being opportunistic, and focusing on your attraction as opposed to their issues, and without proving that you're ready to do the work? So what would you say to that?
So you and I sat for 4 hours the other day.
Correct.
And we decided how we were going to approach this.
We went through a
going to approach this, bro.
We went through a number of questions.
We decided how we were going to approach this.
And we said recording, and the more you talk, the worse it looks for you. So what I'm asking is that we're having a conversation.
What did you say?
I said the more that we're talking, the more I'm just concerned. So I'm generally concerned. I said that the more that it looks bad for you. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir.
This looks bad for me.
Yes, because I'm asking a number of questions.
We're done, bro.
Okay.
We're done. It's bad for me because I chose to come here and speak to you about what you do and what I've done. It looks bad for me. It's a setup. I don't like this.
Okay.
We said that we were going to focus on policy.
And we did, and we also said,
on allegations,
and
homie.
we
I don't
also
appreciate
said,
this at all.
and no, we had a conversation about a wide
range
range
of things.
thing.
At all, homie. I don't. This is not what we fucking discussed for 4 fucking hours. You want to say allegations, homie? The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? We sat for 4 fucking hours. We sat for 4 fucking hours.
We did sit for hours.
We sat for 4 fucking hours. And you gonna stand some fucking allegations? Fuck you.
Now look, I'm no Malik Yoba fan, but if you sit me anywhere for 4 hours and then you change it up, well, we're gonna have a conversation too. Okay.
Oh my God. But he had to ask the question. I mean, how was they supposed to approach it?
Oh no, I'm okay with the question, but you know, in this business, you changed up. You spoke to the man for 4 hours. It's not like you just sprung it. Like you actually talked to him. This is what I was saying the other time about just the deceptiveness. Like, if you want to speak to the man about it, just go ahead, or not even speak to him at all, and just pop up the questions.
But he wanted to know. Like, okay, so just so you guys, just in case you're, if anyone out there is lost on what's happening, right? So Malik Yoba from New York Undercover, it was found out that he was having relations with trans women. Is it plural or a trans woman?
Women is plural.
So it was one, or was it two? Was it more than one?
It's all.
Okay, so he was having relations with trans women, but he also said that he don't think it's gay for a man to be with trans women. So when he was asked this question, because Black women see it as him trying to double dip or trying to make excuses so he can still do his own thing and not, I was about to say acquiesce, but I was going to use it wrong.
Look, the man is gay. It's okay, right? If that's your thing, child, that's your thing.
Like,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying the
I
man
was
is
just
gay.
saying, if that's your thing, that's your thing. The problem is when you try to gaslight everybody else, like we don't see what we see. Okay, you like girly boys, and that's okay. That is a term that they use in the Philippines.
Well, how else can we, like, we sat for 4 hours, but yet we're still going to do an interview that you still don't want to talk about the main reason why I'm interviewing you. I'm not interviewing you because you're hot. You ain't got anything going. You ain't got no movies coming out. You ain't got no shows coming out.
And he's not a politician, so I don't know what policy he was talking about.
What policy? Like he said, we were supposed to discuss policy. Bro,
To
we
me,
are here to talk about the trends that you are diddling.
It's all around BS. The root is on that BS because they talked to him about whatever they talked to him about. And Malik Yoba is also on the BS because that is a hot topic issue at the time. So you knew that they were going to ask about it.
So here he is telling everyone to no longer claim Black or Hispanic or anything else. If you're not white, from now on, you are non-white, non-dairy. It's ridiculous. This is the new woke movement right here.
So, what's up, America? I decided that I'm no longer a Black man, no longer a person of color, BIPOC, none of that shit. What I am is a non-white man. And I think we should all just start calling ourselves non-white. So, they're going to have to figure it out. They'll just say that shit explicitly. No DEI, no BIPOC, no references to our Blackness. So we just all walk around like, I'm not a Black man, I'm a non-white man. I'm a non-white woman. I'm a non-white, all of us. Asians, Latinos, Black people, everybody. Call it what it is. I'm just non-white. And let them rebuke that. Let them refute it. Let them come up with something that just says, we like all non-whites. Excuse me. We don't like all non-whites.
I have a question. I think this is ridiculous. Well, he said he said we don't like all non-whites. Yeah, he kind of tricked us with that one.
No.
What is he saying?
He was asking. Okay. He was asking if, well, he was saying that say they will have to say they like non-whites or they don't like all non-whites. That's what he's saying. And so he's basically saying that if you lump all non-white people together, they'll have to admit that they just don't like people that aren't white. Not knowing that the people that you're calling non-white are white. There's white Latinos, there's Black Latinos, there's mixed Latinos. I know because I'm one of them. And then you have Black and white mixed people. I guess their white parent don't like them. You have half white, half Asian people. You have darker Asians. You have white Asians. I mean, who is white? Which white does he not like?
He don't like whites at all.
What white doesn't he not like?
MAGA whites.
What is MAGA white? Because this is America. All white is not the same. You got Irish, you got Italian, you have Polish, you got Romanian, you got what is that? The Iberian Peninsula? Like, what are we talking about?
I think he's specifically talking about people who claim America first, and they so happen to be white. He want to separate from them. This is the new move. The new move is to separate from American whites. It's so stupid.
But again,
It was just a high thought. I think he was high. He must have been inebriated or something. And the thought sound, like he's taking a walk. He probably just came up with the thought and said, I need to record this before I forget it, because this right here is a bar. And he did it. And he shared it before running it past one of his friends or something.
He definitely didn't run that past HR. This is stupid. Like, I can't stand, I can't stand this. You know how people talk about FBA, right?
Yes.
Which is foundation, Black Americans, right? Cool. You would, if you actually talk about white people in America, you would have to do the same thing. There are white people from America, like generations, and then there are white people that are not from America.
Facts.
So
1000%.
how do you separate those people?
You don't. And here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put sense in something that's senseless. Like, how dare him just put something out there in the atmosphere and say, you all make sense of it. I know it don't make sense, but y'all have fun with it.
I mean, a person that already likes ladyboys is not going to make sense to me anyway.
You want to know something? There were some Black people who commented on his IG who was saying, you know what, you're right. From now on, I'm non-white. They know that they're going to grab some people who don't think for themselves or will not sit down and just be like, wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about? I think it's ridiculous. Also, I think it's racist when Black people say whether you're Chinese or Black or Latinos, and when they say Latinos, they say it like they're trying to say it like a Latino or something. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I think it's
Meanwhile, they going Latin, like
Latino.
Latin.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but
but this is my point. I mean, even Gavin Newsom had to come around to the fact that the stuff that he was saying was ridiculous, because they all know it's ridiculous. They do it to get their base. They do it to get votes. They do it to get, I don't know, riled up. The only person that I actually believe is Rosie O'Donnell. Okay. That's the only person I believe.
Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell actually left.
Shout out to Rosie.
But I might have to take that back, because Rosie moved to, no, I'm not going to take it back, because
Rosie got picked on so much by Donald Trump
but
that she said,
but liberals are stupid, because you left the United States because you don't like none of the conservatism here, but moved to Ireland, which is conservative. Ireland is one of the most conservative countries. It's not liberal at all. Like, you can't even get an abortion. Like, it's on demand there. I mean, here you can fight, go to another state, whatever, right? There you can't get it at all. It's illegal. So is the person that runs that country, are they dictators too?
yes, to Democrats, they are.
It's a sad day when Bill Maher looks better than Rosie O'Donnell. It's a sad day when Colonel Sanders looks like you're a twin. Yeah,
When I see her, I want to pray for her.
I don't. Because she had no problem with kissing on her kids while she had that herpes on her lip. That's
She
an
got
evil
kids?
person, unfortunately.
I didn't know she had kids.
Yeah. And dragged the poor baby over there with her. She's just a nut. Like, at some point, you got to just, somebody said, make it go away. She's just a nut. Like it's almost like a virus, right? And I know we sit here and go and laugh and go back and forth, but what I'm telling you, it's destructive. And every sane person from every culture talks about liberalism. Malcolm X talked about it. Gandhi talked about it. Like, go to any culture, they will tell you that this is a disease. Like, it's a problem because it goes against everything. You're talking about you want to get rid of Elon's and his cars that are supposed to save the earth, but yet you burn them to put emissions into the air. Like, it's stupid. It's asinine.
dumb
It
as
goes
hell.
against the very thing you just said. Like,
It's very dumb.
it's just everything that they do goes against what is supposed to be happening. You want children to have autonomy, but you also want to kill them.
You know what? And back to what you were saying about that, to Elon's, you ruining an electrical vehicle, sending all that sugar honey iced tea into the atmosphere, ruining the climate even more, and ruining the environment even more. But even when you try to get rid of those vehicles after you done destroyed them, there's no safe way of disposing of those batteries.
That's my point. That's my point. When y'all do these things, you're not thinking about it, because when you do that, you can't recycle the car. It can't be reused. Like, you now you have a bunch of cars that are going to sit there and probably go on some landfill to do exactly what you said you don't like.
They don't give a damn. They just want to win.
Yeah, just like they don't give a damn about their 401k. We want to short Elon stock and your 401k. You idiot. Like, they're just dumb.
You seem like you take great joy in them being so stupid.
No, I've never seen anything. You know how you might have a dumb moment, whatever.
I have some of them.
Yeah, I don't know. However, this is what I'm
Supposed to say,
saying.
no, you don't, bro.
No, no,
I've
no.
had
We
conversations
all
with you. No, you
have
don't,
them.
brother.
We all have them. Moments. They're like that for life. Like, how are you like that for life? I meet people that are 60, 70 years old. They'll see me with a Trump hat on. Raging. It's
Of
like,
course, because Trump hats mean you're racist. Trump hats mean that you're a fascist. Trump hat mean that you hate babies. Trump hat mean that you're
I'm a
homophobic.
non-white.
It does not. People are ridiculous, man. The reason why I pulled this up, and this is the last thing I want to discuss with you guys, and y'all can see inside the title I wrote, Karoline Leavitt goes off. Because the reason why I want to discuss this is because this shows me that our politicians do not care about the safety of our country. They don't care about the safety of our women. They don't care about who's walking the streets. It's like they're completely delusional. They want to defund the police, but yet they want as many strangers walking around our country as possible that we cannot identify who are committing heinous crimes. This only goes for a minute that I wanted to play, but Karoline Leavitt was talking to the reporters, and the reason why she was bringing this up is because the Democrats have an issue with President Trump not waiting for a judge to give him permission to get illegal criminals up out of here. I mean, like illegal aliens up out of here and send them back to their countries that they came here from. All right. But I want y'all to see this right here, because she cites the crimes of the criminals that they just now picked up. And she names like 8 or 9 of them. I want y'all to see this, and I want y'all to share this. If you don't share anything else, share this part of the video all over social media, because I don't think the Democrats really know what's going on in our country. They act like they don't care because the platforms they choose to give their time to only show them what they want to show them to manipulate them, the propaganda that they're trying to sell. They want us to believe that is completely that we're losing our minds for attacking illegal immigrants. Check this out, gang.
Campaign of illegal alien criminals. Yesterday, FBI Director Kash Patel announced the agency captured another fugitive from its 10 most wanted list, securing the extradition of Francisco Javier Roman Bardeles, a key senior leader of the brutal MS-13 gang. And the brave men and women of ICE also arrested a number of dangerous aliens across the country in recent days. You will see them on this screen. ICE San Francisco just arrested a citizen of Guatemala convicted of sexual battery. ICE New Orleans arrested a citizen of Ecuador convicted of rape in Suffolk County, New York. ICE Atlanta arrested a citizen of Mexico convicted of assault by strangulation. ICE Dallas arrested a citizen of Mexico convicted of assault with a firearm and rape with a foreign object. And ICE Houston arrested a citizen of Guatemala convicted of indecent sexual contact with a child in Texas. These are heinous criminal alien monsters who the previous administration allowed to flood into our country. And every time President Trump and this team deport one of them, our country becomes safer.
Now, the reason why I brought that up, guys, is because she mentions how many people does she mention? She mentioned 7 people who were already convicted of these heinous crimes, of assault, of rape, of being in contact, in sexual contact with a child. These people were convicted. Why in the hell are they still here if they were convicted of this already? It blows my mind that we would then have judges going out of their way because they are tied to the Democratic Party, and they would do anything to prevent Trump from doing his job. That blows my mind, bro. It absolutely blows my mind. And if they weren't kicked up out of our country, they will feel like they can do it over and over and over and over and over again. This wasn't all in one place. This was in Atlanta. It was in New York. It was, did they say Texas? Different places. But yet, we don't want to hear any parts of it. We just want to keep them here, continue to feed them, continue to shelter them, continue to turn a blind eye to their crimes, continue to protect them like Jasmine Crockett, along with her team of 3 other lawyers who I think they called themselves the excuse my French. I'm bilingual sometimes, guys. Dang it, I forgot what they called them. It was something clever, but what it meant was they use their resources to make sure that illegal aliens do not get arrested or do not get kicked out of our country. Am I doubling up? You hear that? Yeah. So, and somebody said I sound like a robot. You hear robot? You hear an echo? Yeah. All right. So the sound is there. So y'all got it, right? All right. So I just want to put that out there because I think what Karoline Leavitt is doing is light years away from what what's the name Corinne Jean-Pierre was doing when she got up there to do her thing. Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2.
Now does it sound better?
Yeah, that was see, that was you. That was Mika messing up my daggone my audio. But I had to put that out there, guys, because I've been listening to these press conferences a little more often lately, and And I love how she stands there and she answers the question. Do you ever watch any of these, Mika?
Yeah, because she actually answers questions,
Yeah, yeah,
and she actually speaks to the president,
yeah.
and she
does.
doesn't have binders.
She doesn't. She doesn't. And she answers every single question unless it's something that they're working on at the moment. If it's something that they're working on at the moment and they don't want to get it out there, like one question she was asked about TikTok, where is President Trump right now with regard to whether or not we're going to purchase TikTok and how much time we're going to give him and all those other things. Apparently deals are being made, backdoor deals, and they trying to figure that out. So she won't speak on that too much. But for the most part, she definitely goes in and gives detailed information on conversations that's being had between President Trump and the president of Ukraine, president of Russia, and China. And yeah, she's very detailed. I really enjoy her commentary. All right. So that has been on point with Van and Mika. I have nothing else. Do you got something for the people, Mika?
I feel for everybody that has to deal with the liberalism around them. I really do feel for y'all. Oh, thank you, Leo. I appreciate it.
Glazing.
Hate. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Meanwhile, you like a woman that wears those mom jeans.
AOC's mom jeans. Yeah. I'll probably talk about that a little later too, guys. I'm just now learning about the mom jeans. I don't know. Maybe she had on some Parasucos.
You know daggone well she ain't having no Parasucos.
Listen,
them jeans was mommed out. How do you
she had on some
mom jeans are
Jordache.
supposed to be I don't know what she had on. And then
Somebody
she throw
said-
them little cheetah shoes that you got it under your desk when you work corporate.
Go
When you
ahead.
go to the bathroom, you just gotta slide on your little shoe.
We're not supposed to be talking about people. That's probably all she can afford. That's not nice.
Oh, please. She's come a long way from being a bartender. Okay. Her and Colonel Sanders are making money out there.
They getting
Best believe it.
monions.
Best believe it.
They
They're raising
get
a
money.
lot, which is why mark my words, they're going to try and unseat Chuck Schumer. Because Chuck Schumer's number one thing is that he's good at fundraising. He's good at funding. But now, so is crazy AOC.
Well, they did say that they want to unseat Chuck Schumer. Jasmine Crockett already spoke on that. But yeah, she spoke on it, but they tried to get her to double down on it. She wouldn't. She said, look, we got 4 years to think about this whole thing. We don't know what's
I'm
gonna happen.
scared.
That's what?
That's called I'm scared. If anything is the white man, that's what that is. Chuck Schumer is open your mouth again. Open your mouth again. He done said it a couple of times. He tired of her already. He gave AOC a little leeway. Roger Crockett, he don't really have a patience for.
Hey, thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Leo. Much love to you guys. Also, gang, tomorrow I will be turning 47 years old. I'm excited about it because I did not see. Mika, did you know that I did not think I was going to live past 25 years old when I was younger?
No.
Yeah, me and my friends, we did not think we were going to see 25.
Why would a young person think that?
Because before I was at the age of 16, I sung at probably like 5 funerals of my friends. That was just how we were living back then. Rough. We was YNs before YNs was YNs.
Living in them Democratic-led communities.
That is true. We was in Democratic led communities and we was doing our thing. But guess what? To God be the glory. God said, I'm gonna bring you out. So you can bring
all the way. He almost got you there. You at 90. You getting there.
We're good. Hey, look, this person right here. He said he's gonna see you on the after hours.
Yeah.
yeah. Falafel Bay.
You've been delivered.
Nah, I have not been delivered because that has a different type of connotation to it that I do not subscribe to whatsoever.
I know.
Nah, but you said it though. See, you goddamn trouble starter, bro. Sis, you're a trouble starter. Hey guys, I'm gonna see y'all later on.
Happy birthday.
Oh, y'all are nice, and thank you so much for the birthday wish, Falafel. I appreciate you. And thank you everyone for the birthday wish. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Also, I will see my coaching group at 8:00 tonight. Be on time. Y'all know what happens when y'all are not on time. All right. StreamYard has a cutoff of 15 people until we switch to Zoom. You gotta be on time. Also, I will be going live later on tonight just to cover some things that I wanted to touch on that I'm a little knowledgeable on. And I look forward to seeing y'all pull up. It probably won't be a long live stream because the brother is tired, but I will see y'all later. Mika, thank you so much for blessing the stream today. The people seem to like you on this joint.
Gracias.
Gracias. All right, gang. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Love y'all. And for anybody considering doing YouTube, check this. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.